Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the new home. Kind of run a little bit of a test here. See how this thing works out. Didn't really want to advertise this thing because I wasn't sure if it would work out right. Obviously, this is my first go at it. Oh, I knew Mark Fellows would be here. That's what's up, Mark Fellows. I appreciate you. Yeah, I didn't really want to advertise anything because I'm not going to lie, I wasn't sure this was going to work. So this is kind of a little dry run to see if it worked out. But this will be the new spot moving forward. I'll be able to chat with you guys here. You don't want to be on that old place, Mark Fellas. Nobody's chatting over there. There's nobody to interact with there. We're just about a few minutes from getting started here. Top of the hour. Zach Watkins in the house. That's right. The UG is the exclusive home of John Morgan chatting. Now, I am still going to take photos. I don't have to tweet results anymore, which I used to have to do. I am going to update the website. I mean, we may get to a point where we're tweeting results, but if I'm being honest, tweeting every way in result is it's a lot. It's a lot. I wonder, have any of you guys ever turned off the notifications on your phone of a website that you used to get notification for? Because it's a lot of tweets. Simon Head in the house. My man, Simon Head. Wish I was going over to London, but I know you guys are going to be in there. Joe from H-Town in here. Ill Mac. We're up and running. Now, here's the deal. I'm just going to kind of shoot wide like this. Hopefully that's okay. This is not my phone. It's a camera. But I'm kind of in between lenses. And I could put on a longer lens where it's a closer look, but I kind of think I would kind of want to see a little bit of what's going on in the peripherals. You know what I'm saying? So I'm shooting a little bit wider. And, yeah. Getting ready for weigh-ins. It's a big weigh-in. It's a little bit extra, as the kids will say. We're going to see Colby Covington and Jorge Masvidal finally make this thing official. The bitter, bitter grudge match. We saw the passion on stage yesterday. We saw the hatred between these two. It's as real as it gets. One last step, and that's to get this thing official for the morning. Stay tuned for the weigh-ins. Getting started at the top of the hour. Good call, Zach Watkins. Good call. Good call. It's deep, right?
It is.
So
one thing I noticed is the guys that get on the live chat for the morning weigh-ins, for the official weigh-ins, those are our best fans.
That's the hardcores.
Yeah, it's the hardcores. What are the hardcores expecting out of this one? You got your finger on the pulse.
Listen, man, the hardcores are excited about this one. You may think sometimes, there's not a title on the line, there's not a belt. Doesn't matter. This is bragging rights. This is for life right here. Somebody's gonna hold this over somebody's head for the rest of their lives in Southern Florida. So it's as big as it gets right here.
Cool. And what about just for the guys that like to tune in just for a banger card?
This should be a fantastic card. Very, very entertaining. I think it's going to be a fun fight. Listen, the stakes are going to be as high as it gets. Tension's going to be high, but we got good fights all the way around, so it's going to be good. I'm excited for Saturday.
Cool. Colby kind of went full heel on this one. Do you think there's any coming back after this?
Colby Covington has gone out there. I thought I had a relationship with Colby Covington. This man has gone full heel these days. I don't know where he's going with this. I don't know what you do after this. You got to back it up, man. You put that out there. You got to back it up. Sorry, I was just doing a little shooting there.
Congrats, man.
Thank you, sir. The Honorable Mark. That means a lot. We're going to bring an old school brand. We're going to bring it back.
Yeah. So anytime you need anything from me, I'll help you.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate that.
Basketball, too. I know what you're talking about.
Sorry about that. We were doing a little shooting for potentially going on the embedded. We'll see. You never know where you're going to pop up. Then the Honorable Mark Ratner came to give his best wishes for the joining the Underground. He says, listen, he's supporting. I see Jeff Mullen getting in place. By the way, stay tuned tonight, too. UFC Fight Pass. I'll be calling Tough Enough. Not official weigh-ins, ceremonial weigh-ins, Tough Enough. No, we're going MMA all day. We got you covered.
What a promo. Look at this guy.
We're cutting promos over here. All right, Mark Fellows says the camera shot's good, so that makes me feel better. Joe from H-Town. Chrissy J. I like the girl hardcore fans. That's what's up. You know, it's so cool. Honestly, like, I'll never forget the first Ronda Rousey open workout in Southern California and seeing, like, moms and their daughters there. It was so cool. I was like, oh, wow. We got a whole new generation, you know? Yeah, Ill Mac. I got my thoughts on that. You know it's funny because I know it, like, what right do I have to talk? Because obviously I'm personally involved in this whole thing with Colby kind of saying stuff about me. But, like, it doesn't bother me. Like, it really doesn't offend me. But what I'll say is it's too much for me. It's just too much. The act to me is getting a little bit old. Because behind the scenes, Colby's actually a nice guy. Like, the people that say the good things about him, he's actually a nice guy. And I don't know. It's just I saw a lot of fans cheering, though, man. I saw a lot of fans cheering. He would talk trash, and I saw a lot of fans cheering. So I guess it speaks to some people, but I'm kind of over it. All right. John Anik and his Boston Celtics regalia with the mic in hand. Top of the hour. Looks like we're ready to go. I'm going to duck out a little bit, but I'll jump here and chat as I can. Official weigh-in's about to get started.
All right, thank you all for being here for the official weigh-in for UFC 272, Covington versus Masvidal. First fighter to the scale competing live on pay-per-view on the main card and making his UFC welterweight debut, 14th ranked middleweight, the Trailblazer, Kevin Hall.
Yeah, I mean,
170 pounds, the official weight for Kevin Hall.
thank you, baby.
All right, next fighter to the scale competing in a prelim live on ESPN in the UFC's flyweight division, Maria Agapova. Official weight 126 for Maria Agapova. All right, next fighter to the scale competing in the UFC's featherweight division, 10th ranked Edson Jr. Barboza.
Baby,
145 and a half, the official weight for the legend Edson Barboza. All right, next fighter to the scale in the UFC's flyweight division, Marina Moroz. $125 and a half, the official weight for Marina Moroz. All right, next fighter to the scale, stepping up into the co-main event to be contested at a catch weight of 160 pounds, Renato Moicano. $160, the official weight for Renato Moicano. All All right, next fighter to the scale, you know this man well, the 13th ranked flyweight in the world, Tim Elliott.
Right there.
126, the official weight for Tim Elliott. All right, next athlete to the scale competing live on pay-per-view tomorrow night in the UFC's welterweight division. He is Alex Cowboy Oliveira.
Right there.
170, the official weight for Alex Oliveira. All right, next fighter to the scale competing in a prelim in the UFC's light heavyweight division, Michal Oleksiejczuk. .206, the official weight for Michal Oleksiejczuk. All right, that brings us to one half of the featured prelim live on ESPN in the UFC's lightweight division, Jamie Mullarkey.
$155 and a half.
155 and a half, the official weight for Jamie Mullarkey. All right, we will stay in the lightweight division as we welcome our next athlete, King Cage, Devontae Smith.
$156.
156 pounds, the official weight for Devontae Smith. All right, next fighter to the scale, competing live on pay-per-view in the UFC's featherweight division, a man many fans have come to see out of the great state of Arkansas, 11th ranked Thug Nasty, Bryce Mitchell.
$145 and a half.
145 and a half, the official weight for Bryce Mitchell.
Thank you, baby.
All right, next we get to what is a huge fight in the UFC's strawweight division. You can see it live on ESPN. First to the scale, third ranked Marina Rodriguez.
$116.
116 pounds, the official weight for Marina Rodriguez. All right, next fighter to the scale, fourth ranked in the strawweight division, Rodriguez's opponent, Yan Xiaonan. Official weight 116 pounds for Yan Xiaonan.
Thank you.
All right, next fighter to the scale, competing in the UFC's featherweight division this time around. He is Brian Boom Kelleher. Official weight 145 for Brian Kelleher. All right, next fighter to the scale, competing in the UFC's flyweight division, 15th ranked Tagir Ulanbekov. $125.5 for Tagir Ulanbekov. All right, next fighter to the scale, set to compete in the UFC's featherweight division, Umar Nurmagomedov. $146, the official weight for Umar Nurmagomedov. All right, next fighter to the scale, competing in the UFC's light heavyweight division, Kennedy Nzechukwu. Official weight 206 for Kennedy Nzechukwu. All right, next fighter to the scale, a man who needs no introduction, the former UFC lightweight champion of the world, competing in the co-main event at a catch weight of 160 pounds, Rafael Dos Anjos. $160 pounds, the official weight for the former champ, Rafael Dos Anjos. Co-main event is now official.
All right, after a pretty quick little start there, about 12 minutes in, looks like we got our first pause in the action. Check out all the updated results at the underground. Still waiting on our headliners, Colby, Covington, and Jorge Masvidal, but co-main is official with Rafael Dos Anjos and Renato Moicano both coming in at 160. Barbosa and Mitchell both coming in at 145.5 for that key featherweight fight. Holland Oliveira 170 for that key welterweight fight as well. Both those guys in need of a victory right now. Greg Hardy, Sergey Spivak, the heavyweights have yet to weigh in as well on the main card. Appreciate all you hardcores joining in here. The underground just getting started. I mean, the site's been around since 1998. I don't know if this is, I'm guessing this is the first weigh-in live stream in company history. Didn't advertise it, wasn't sure I could pull it off, but I think we're doing okay so far. T-Bone. Yeah, the roller coaster. All the credit in the world, man. That was the concept, man. That was Oscars. So shout out to Oscar Willis, but it was fun to do it. I thought it turned out great. And it was just one take. Mark Fellows calling for Heidi Dean. Thank you, baby. Thank you, baby. Love Heidi Dean. She's awesome. Master Roshi. Yeah, man. It's a long conversation, but we should have it sometime. Oh, that's right. I forgot. Master Roshi's Gianni's teeth. I forgot about that. I think you should go back to the old, even though you're not gambling anymore. I think you should go back to the old one. That was a genius name. Ooh, Jorge says I'm more excited for RDA Moicano than I was for RDA Fiziev. That's interesting. Jorge, what makes you more excited about it? I'm curious. Because I guess, is it, I don't even want to guess. I mean, Moicano, obviously I think he's a beast too, but I think like Fiziev is kind of like the hot thing right now, right? So I'm kind of curious. Shawnee, yeah, Kevin Holland at 170 could be a problem. I'm anxious to see that. T-Bone, appreciate you. Shawnee, I'm not hating. Hey, man, I spend a lot of time in Philadelphia these days going out for CFFC. A lot of good people out there in Philly. I still can't cheer for the Eagles, but I like Philadelphia. It's fun. A lot of good people out there. T-Bone, that would be funny, right? I thought about that. What happens if he wins? Does he not ask? Does he tell me not to answer any questions again, like at the post fight? Like, I don't know. It's just weird to me. I really have no idea what that's all about, to be honest with you. I have no idea where it comes from. We think we know where it came from, but if it was, like, that was silly. And what we think, the only thing we've been able to point to is in New York, he said, "Come shot Shemaev," and just trying to be funny, I was like, I don't think that's how you actually pronounce it. He's like, you don't? How do you pronounce it? And I was like, oh, it's Hamzat. And he was like, Kamzat, Hamzat, something like that. That was at the media day in New York. And then the next day, that's when he did the push-ups thing for the first time. And I laughed. I thought it was funny. I thought it was just Colby being Colby. And then when he did it at the media day the other day, it just took me a little bit by surprise. But now it's just like, I don't know what to do. Like, if you're just going to say that every time, then, like, why do I even bother asking you questions? Like, it's not funny to me anymore. It was funny the first time. Maybe it was funny the second time. Like, now it's just weird. So, like, now do I just never ask you a question again? I don't know. Multi, appreciate that. Based Uno, that's what's up. I don't wish bad things, but I'm proud you guys are joining me over here. Okay, so Jorge, it is just because you like Moicano. I dig it. I dig it. No, I like Moicano a lot, man. He grappled on the Fury grappling event too. That was so cool to have him out there. He was slick. I like Moicano a lot too, so I can respect that. I like Moicano a lot. I was excited to see Fiziev though. Chrissy. Yeah, I know, right? Well, I'm not going to slap him, that's for sure. He could definitely kick my ass. But it's crazy because, man, like, I was at Colby's UFC debut. I interviewed him in his hotel room, like, after the Damian Maia stuff. So, like, when he was basically in hiding from everybody so that, they could take him, like, they could keep him away because the people wanted to kick his ass. And he let me come to his hotel room and do an interview with him. So I was like, we've had a good relationship. So I really don't know what it is, but. Gianni's teeth is back. Yes. Yes. No, don't let it get you, that gambling itch. We know you're not gambling anymore. Stick to that. But I like Gianni's teeth, dude. That's a brilliant screen, Dave. Yeah, Zach, I think you're probably right there. Based, you might be right on that. Somebody put an article I didn't like and just assumed it was me. Yeah, Jorge, that's kind of where I'm at. Just like that's, and to be honest, yesterday, I was actually just gonna say like, hey, like quickly for Colby, like good luck on Saturday, like just to be respectful, like not to ask him any questions because he says he doesn't want me to ask him questions, but to be respectful, I was gonna be like, hey, good luck. But since he started yelling at me before I even asked him a question, I was just like, yeah, whatever, that's dumb. Yeah, Edward, right? It's not me, right? It's just old. It's old. I don't know. And again, I feel bad saying that because I'm sure people are like, oh, you're just taking it personal. But nah, I'm not taking it personal. It's just boring. Multi. So it's funny, right? Like, all right, so multi. So a lot of people say just do the push-ups, right? Which is okay. Bang out the push-ups. Everybody would like it. I get it, right? But the problem is, then what happens when the next person's like, hey, hop on one leg before you ask me a question, or you know what I mean? Like something stupid. Turn around 10 times before you ask me a question. You know what I mean? It's just, I've never asked you a question and said, hey, but before you answer me, do this. I just ask you a question and you answer it. Like that's our jobs. That's what we're doing here. So that's the reason I haven't been like, oh yeah, just do the push-ups. Like, because then where does that go? Like what? Nah, you know? I mean, it would be funny because you could bang it out and people like it. I will say, since it's just us, so in New York, when he said it to me, the first thing that crossed my mind was to tell him, or you could push up on these nuts. But I decided I should probably not say that because that would be a little inappropriate. Yesterday, Oscar and I, after we shot the roller coaster video, we were hanging out waiting to check in. And we were talking about, like, are you going to ask him any questions? And I was like, nah, I don't think I am. And I was like, what would be funny? Oh, because a fan came up to me and was like, a fan was like, hey, can we take a picture real quick? And I'm like, yeah, of course. And he was wearing a Colby Covington shirt. And I was kind of laughing. I'm like, bro, how are you going to come up to me with a Colby Covington shirt? And then I was like, man, I should wear a Colby Covington shirt to the press conference. And we were kind of joking about it. I'm like, yeah, it's obviously I don't have one. And then I looked over and like the merchandise stand was right there. I was like, dude, I could go buy a Colby Covington shirt and wear it. Like that would be like, how funny would that be? And but ultimately I decided not to because that's part of the dress code. Like you don't wear fighter stuff, and So at that point I thought again it'd be going too far. But I thought about it. I thought about both those things. I thought they would both be funny. Stick to the picks now for God, I love it. I did. Gianni's teeth. I never noticed the what do you call it? The little picture there as well. Dope. Him and Sean Strickland to go back and forth. That would be pretty funny. I see what you did there, Chrissy. I see what you did there. All right, Jeff Mullen heading back in place. It looks like we're about to get back to action. Shout out to Mark Fellows. Appreciate you. Shout out to Gianni's teeth. I'm rusty, dude. I haven't been shooting video in a long time because Cold Coffee did it for me. So it should be back now. I'm rusty. Dude, I had video issues the other day at the media day. But thank you guys for the quick notice. Nah. What happened? What happened was the audio device, the recorder that I funnel the audio through, it has an auto power save that it turns off after 30 minutes. And you can see I turned it on 30 minutes ago. So I just changed that off. I have to go through all these settings again and reset everything and redo everything. So I'm rusty. I'm rusty.
All right, next fighter to the scale, competing in the UFC's lightweight division, live on Fight Pass and ESPN Plus, Ludovic Klein.
$156.
156 pounds, the official weight for Ludovic Klein.
Thought we were going to have a run of fighters. I guess it's just one. That's the plan, Mark fellas. That's the plan. You know how we do. Johnny's teeth. That's basically what I work for too. T-bone. It is. You know what's funny is this job is a lot more work than people realize. But yeah, it's the coolest job in the world. I mean, to be able to do something, like to be involved in something you're passionate about, whatever that may be, is awesome. You know what I mean? So very, very fortunate to do it. But yeah, it's funny. When I started doing this, like I wanted to be a writer. Like I liked writing about sports when I grew up. And now writing is like the smallest part of it. It's photography, videography, podcasting, breaking down fights on roller coasters. Scott McCrae, what's up? My man, I knew you'd join us over here, Scott. I appreciate the support as always. Jorge, to be honest, I don't like the main event that much. Is it? I'm curious about why you don't like the main event, because, like, I'll be honest with you, I hated the presser yesterday. After that thing was over, like, literally we were like 5 minutes into it, and I was going to yell out, like, just do the face-off. So is that it? Is it the fight, or is it just the stuff you don't dig with? Yeah, Mark Fellows, the 18-hour days. Man, actually, I'll be honest with you, I woke up this morning and I apologized to my wife and kid because, like, I have not been around at all this week because there's been so much work behind the scenes. Because obviously, man, I want my partners that took a risk on me at the UG, man. I want to show them they made the right move, and my own personal pride too. Like it's hard for me to realize I can't match what a staff of 10 does, but I want to do the best I can, and I want to get this thing moving in the right direction. But yeah, actually I had to apologize to my wife and kid this morning. I was like, I'm sorry, I haven't been around at all this week. I promise you it won't be like this every week. So yeah, the 18-hour days have been long, but we're going to get this thing set up, moving in the right direction, and still have time for the wife and kids, Yeah, teeth. I don't think it's fabricated, but I mean anything with Colby, like, you just never know. Yeah, Somebody, Multi ask him about not mentioning his mom. Like, bro, I ain't asking nobody about their mom. And yeah. So, traveling for pay-per-views, and then I'll do anything Vegas related. So, like, the show here next week, yeah. Probably won't travel for fight nights very often unless there's a special reason. Like, if there's one in Texas, I'll probably go because I want to see my friends and family. But won't be traveling fight nights. But obviously we'll cover them. We'll still cover them, but I won't travel to those. Oh, T-Bone, you should have said what's up. Well, I'll be back in Houston again. I'm sure we'll be back in Houston. Jake, I appreciate that. Chrissy, you're right. Kids grow up fast, man. It is such a realization, just like you can't get that time back, man. You can't get that time back. And, you know, we work our asses off because we want to provide for our kids, right? We want them to have the coolest stuff. That Kamaru Usman, that thing that he said was so true at that press conference, man. That one spoke to me where he was just like, yeah, it's great that I put millions in the bank. And obviously I'm not making millions, but, you know, but I'm trying to work hard to make money so I can provide the best, you know, so my kid can have the coolest toys, so my kid can play every sport he wants to, so he can do whatever. But when Usman said that, they're like, yeah, I can put millions in the bank, but, you know, when my daughter grows up and she'll ask, why weren't you there? That's what matters. The money doesn't matter. The stuff doesn't matter. It's you being there that matters. And, man, it's such a hard balance for all of us to strike, right? Because we all want to do, we all want to provide the best we can, but sometimes it's not the money. It's not the money. It's your time, and you can't get that back. Yeah, T-Bone. I know me going to the UG was like the least likely scenario nobody envisioned, but I'm really excited about the opportunity. It's a startup again. It's like when we started in MMA Junkie. You know, the UG's been around since '98. Man, they got respect in the game, but never really focused too much on the site. Now they want to do that, and I can help them do that. So it's a unique opportunity, man, and you know, my chance to be editor in chief, which is cool. Because it was becoming increasingly clear that that wasn't my path at MMA Junkie, so. Damn, Lil Mac just going hard. Yeah, Mark Fellows, we're going to see about that one. I think so. It's tough just being in the air that long. Like, I won't be able to produce content on the trip over and the trip back, so we'll see, but I'd definitely like to go back to Singapore. Zach Watkins, interesting. Yeah, that's funny, right? We would love the same thing, but come at it from a totally different angle. Shawnee, yeah, kid still does BJJ. So it's funny, like I've taken him to, I've had him do 1 year at different gyms here in Vegas just to get a feel for it. 1 year Extreme Couture, basically to get a feel for it and to learn from different people. You know, like 1 year Extreme Couture, 1 year at Syndicate, 1 year at Drysdale's, and right now he's actually at American Top Team Nevada. So Alex Davis, who's a good friend of mine and obviously a legendary figure in the sport, man, he opened up a branch of American Top Team here in Vegas, and so he's actually teaching the classes himself too. So you're talking about a judo and jiu-jitsu black belt with a passion for teaching, and he's actually teaching the classes himself. So, dude, if you're in Las Vegas and you got a kid, good place to go. So, for sure. See on his teeth. Congrats, man. That's the best, right? Mark Fellows. I appreciate that. That's the way I look at it. That's exactly the way I look at it. Multi. Are you Peruvian? You have to be, right? Because it makes you mad that he's not showing the Peruvian background. Has to be, right? There's, speaking of Alex Davis, right there. He just walked into the shot. Nah, don't tickle me. Alex also knows that I'm ticklish, so he likes to tickle me. I was telling him.
Who is the best judo sensei in fucking Las Vegas?
I was just telling him. Somebody was asking, does my kid still do BJJ? And I was telling him about ATT Nevada and the fact that you're actually teaching the classes yourself, man. It's awesome, dude. It's awesome. I love it.
So that's toys.
Yeah. So it's streaming on the UG's YouTube page, which didn't even exist a week ago.
Will you please?
All right, next fighter to the scale is the man around whom this fight
here we
card
go.
was built. The former UFC interim welterweight champion and the #1 contender, Colby Chaos Covington.
$170 and a half.
170 and a half, the official weight for Colby Covington.
Let's catch up afterwards.
For sure.
All right, next fighter to the scale, competing in the UFC's heavyweight division live on pay-per-view, Sergey Spivak.
$243 and a half.
243 and a half, the official weight for Sergey Spivak.
All right, get this Covington thing edited. Oh, never mind. Maybe we're back.
All right, next fighter to the scale, competing in the UFC's light heavyweight division, the Hanyak, Dustin Jacoby.
$205 and a half.
205 and a half, the official weight for Dustin Jacoby. All right, next fighter to the scale, competing in the UFC's light heavyweight division out of Romania, Nicolae Negumerianu.
and a half.
205 and a half, the official weight for Negumerianu Nicolae.
Tuning back in the chat now. They got that photo uploaded to see Mark Fellows. I don't. Oh, that's funny. Ooh, Jorge, I don't remember that. Good callback. His mom was in his package for Bellator 1. I don't remember that. Gianni's teeth. I think you nailed it right there. That's exactly the way I look at it. Ooh, Mark Fellows. That should be a good fight. There's a reason Malarkey versus Turney is the featured prelim. That should be a banger. Dude, I like Marina Rodriguez versus Yan Jianan. That's a big fight. I was a little surprised that one wasn't on the main card. That's a big fight right there. I think, look at the early prelims. I mean, Devontae Smith versus Ludovic Klein is on the early prelims. Like, that's going to be a banger. Jacoby, Mikhail Alekseychuk. Come on, dude. They're going to do crazy stuff. Elliot Newland-Beckhoff. That's a good fight. Kelleher Nurmagomedov. That's a good fight. Moroz and Agapova. They hate each other. I know T-Bone, right? His laugh is hilarious, huh? Negamorano and Jeku. Dude. All right, I'm not going to lie. I've been a little caught up in my own personal stuff because it's been a big week for me. But just sitting back now and really taking in this card, it's a damn good card. Damn good card. No, Mark, that was Marina Rodriguez is the Brazilian striker. She's fun. That was it Julija? Boom is gonna destroy Nurmagomedov. Wow. I like Kelleher, man. He's a good dude. All right, I'm gonna duck out and do a little bit of photo editing. Yeah. It's funny because nobody's telling me what to do, but I know I need to get them edited. I'll duck out for a little bit. Bryson Edson. That's going to be a good fight, too. Shawnee, I'll definitely do that with Alex, man. He's honestly, Alex Davis is a good friend of mine. He's yeah, obviously we've known each other for a long time, but he's a really good friend of mine. So I'd love to sit down and talk. That dude has stories, man. We've actually talked about putting a book together. A lot of work, obviously, and not like either of us has much spare time, but we've actually talked about putting a book together because that dude has seen it all, man. I mean, like the stories of going over for the old rings tournament, the early day. I mean, he got Big Nog, like his first fights. I mean, it's amazing. Some of the pictures and I don't know, it's cool. It's another thing that's exciting me about the UG, man, is just like the roots that it has in the sport. Like to be a part of an organization, excuse me, that has been around since 1998, man, is pretty damn cool, and that's one thing I definitely want to do as we move forward is kind of lean into the history of the sport. I mean, that doesn't always get the most clicks, you know what I mean? Like, it's not going to get you as many clicks as what Connor had for breakfast this morning, but I think there's so many cool stories and characters and just history of the sport that needs to be documented and not be forgotten. So that's something I definitely want to do for sure. Yeah, Mark, usually we make fun of the heavyweights because we know that they're on weight and they're just like chilling, having coffee and breakfast. Like now, sorry, I was listening to cold coffee and Anik there. But yeah, he's the ones you got to allow because he's actually still cutting weight. Normally the heavyweights, you're like, they're just having coffee right now. hot mic.
You know, it's really amazing looking at it. This has brought me to 65. Right.
Probably just stepped away. I had a nice conversation with John Anik. He was very happy for the new opportunity and was very supportive of any and all things we want to do. So maybe we'll talk to John Anik one of these days soon. All right, now I gotta get back to work. Yeah, Mark Anik was real cool, man. He was just super happy. He was saying, like, he was just talking about the decision and, how it's cool to be a part of this brand and that sort of thing. So, Storm Lake, bantamweight division's deep right now. All right, I gotta edit some photos. Lights out, cold coffee. I love it. If you didn't listen to the MMA Roadshow this week, the MMA Roadshow with John Morgan, if you didn't listen to that, please do. If not to hear about our fight talk, well, yes, it's fight talk actually, but if not to hear about UFC 272, then to hear about cold coffee's street fighting story. It's amazing. Actually just got a note from the fine folks over at Sports Illustrated. How about this? They just added an MMA nav bar section. So if you let me see. I haven't even pulled it up yet. I'm just looking at the chat. Let me see. How cool is that? So if you go to Sports Illustrated, si.com, there's now a tab for MMA. That didn't exist until right now. So, partnership already making advances between the Underground and Sports Illustrated. Cool, huh? Man, this reminds me of the old days, man. It reminds me of MMA Junkie. And, man, when we first came on to USA Today. And I don't know. It's cool. It's cool to see advancement like that. We made it, baby. We made it. Nah, Shawnee, I love that fight. Sorry, just saw Mark Fellows comment. Oh God, I don't need to be on that cover. That's for damn sure. But yeah, Shawnee, no, I like that burn sounds of that fight. And it's not weird to say that a title shot would be in line there because there's so much hype around Hamzat. I mean, in a normal sport, would it be weird? Yeah, it'd be weird. How can the number 11 guy, team get? But that's not what we know. That's not what MMA is, right? I mean, there's a lot of hype around Khamzat, and rightfully so. I think the dude's a beast. And if he somehow finds a way to tear through Gilbert Burns, I mean, if he edges him out via split decision or it's not entertaining, then maybe not title shot. But if he finds a way to tear through Gilbert Burns, which, by the way, I'm not suggesting that will happen because I think Gilbert Burns is an absolute stud. But just for discussion purposes, if he was to rip through him, how would you not? All the hype will be around him. He'll be calling out Usman. Usman will have to respond. Usman's had all these rematches. And honestly, if you're Kamaru Usman, you probably want to get Khamzat sooner rather than later, right? The dude only looks like he's going to get better. So, I think you're 100% right. Ben, what's up? I'll put in a good word for you. You never know what the future holds, man. You never know what the future holds. You never know what we're going to do over there. We got a little more freedom. T-Bone, now we're still waiting on him. Oh, T-Bone, don't you suggest anything. Don't you suggest anything. He's probably just sleeping in. I'm shooing away your bad energy, man. Yeah, maybe just like enjoying a little coffee this morning. Nah, yeah, I meant it just literally, like maybe just sitting around, having a little Cuban coffee, chilling, just resting. What's it? It's only 10 in the morning. It's still early. They don't fight till late. Oh, that'd be brutal, Mark. Forfeit his pay-per-view points. That'd be brutal. And yeah, T-Bone, I saw that too, man. That was nice. I appreciated it. Made me feel bad because I'm picking Colby in the fight. Made me feel kind of guilty. Yeah, Shawnee, I like that fight a lot too. I honestly thought Marina Rodriguez and Jana should be on the main card, to be honest with you. Meaningful fight. Should be, I think, an entertaining fight. I am a traitor, T-Bone. I apologize. Sometimes we do. I mean, I try to do my best at reporting most of it, but sometimes you hear some stuff off record. Oh, looks like Mr. Anik is being wired back up, so it looks like we're going to get to go again. Let's see who. Oh, or not. Looks like he's just getting his earpiece back in. Oh, no, camera's moving, people are moving. We're getting back to it. Sounds like Jalen Turner's here.
Fighter to the scale, competing in the featured prelim on ESPN in the lightweight division, Jalen the Tarantula Turner.
$156.
156 pounds, the official weight for Jalen Turner.
Honestly, thought he was about to miss with the body language there. But he made it, and we got 2 left. Multi, I don't know. I gotta credit Oscar Willis for that, man. That was all his idea. He just asked me if I'd take part, and I was like, that sounds crazy. Let's do it. All right, I guess we got a few minutes. John Enoch looks like maybe he's going over to the live show. There's my dog, Cody Marrow. What's going on, man? Happy to see you here, my bro. Cold clocked. Solid. T-Bone, a little routine for weigh-in shows or media days? Not really. I mean, media days, I definitely, try to get my notes together. I always bring notes. I don't have a photographic memory, man, so I got to kind of jog myself. Like, what was their last fight? What was the one before that? And then it's like, okay, yeah, I remember. So that's it. Weigh-in shows, man, these things it's a long day to day. But not, and what's funny is all my routines are changed up now. But my routines are basically like prepping. Like I get all the HTML coding done ahead of time, get everything set up, just prepping. But now it's all changed. Now I got to be a camera guy too. So hopefully we'll grow a little bit. We can bring some more bodies on, but that's it for now. Hey, yes, sir, my man Cody. We're going to chat, dude. We're definitely going to chat. Hopefully I can make it up your way soon. We can grab a frosty beverage, but I don't want to say too much on the air. We'll talk about it. Me and you have had some conversations. Now, I think the conversations probably have some more depth for you. Gotta get that UG logo. We're talking about maybe a little OG to the UG merchandise. Maybe I gotta get set up at millions.co. No, all good, T-Bone. It's good. It's I knew what I was getting into. We're starting from scratch, man. It's gonna be a grind for a little bit, but that's just gonna make it all the more rewarding. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate you, but all good, all good. Just I'm not afraid of hard work. We'll just put a little extra hours in, you know. I mean, how can you not hire Dave Crack? Bacon all day. Yeah, T-Bone. I got to get the Twitter changed. I'm trying to work with Twitter. My buddy Ant Evans said he could try to help me out behind the scenes. So you remember him, a long time UFC guy. He was UFC PR, then he was Fight Pass, but he's reaching out to Twitter to help me out because if I change my name, then I lose my verified status, which I'll be honest, like, isn't that big of a deal to me, if I'm being honest. Like, but I know that you should have it if you can, you know. That's basically my understanding. So I'm trying to change it without losing my verification status, basically. Yeah, Ben, I felt like I was missing the first part of your conversation, but, I mean, you were voting on bacon, so, I mean, is there ever a wrong situation in which you vote on bacon? Like, I don't think so. So even though I had no idea where that comment came from, I supported it, and I'm going to continue to support it. At John Morgan Beer, I'd be down for that one. Might have to see if that one's available. Ooh, at John Morgan PBR is pretty solid. I support that.
I was gonna try to log in and say
Start
hello
with-
from Junkie.
It's the
But then
same
I
thing,
saw
right?
But I saw how it said subscribers only. I was like, oh, I'm so proud. He's doing all good.
That's right. I was
Couldn't
like,
find your fucking channel at first, but I finally found it.
yeah, we don't have a vanity URL yet or whatever.
Yeah.
So we like, but
It's funny because I was like, I went to your Twitter. I was like, how the fuck can I find it? Because I tried to search, I couldn't find it.
I didn't promote today's stream because I wasn't sure that I'd be able
Sure,
to pull
we're
it
gonna
off. So
That makes sense.
I was like, let's just keep this one quiet today and make sure I don't mess anything up, and then we'll start promoting next week.
So you got people on. That's good.
Yeah, Cody Merrow, by the way, which just checked in. He said, say cold clocked Hathaway.
That's fun. Hi, Cody. Hey, streams.
See, John doesn't mind going on this stream.
I know, right?
Yours.
Can't twist his arm to get on.
I wouldn't go. That's true.
I might block
I
in your
thought
shot.
me moderating, and I was like, I'm gonna be moderating. And John's on there, and he's such a dick.
What?
For years, I've been trying to tell people
we
to
live?
get on. Yeah.
We are.
Wait, should I do like what I do with what's his face?
Oh, sorry, bro.
Yeah. That's extra viewers right there, dog. What you talking about, man? Like, oh, is that the Mac Life?
This is what I do.
Boo. Boo.
Now I could do it to his. I'm not in the frame anymore.
Not at the moment, no.
So, well,
Nice to see my man Cold Coffee and hot tea over here as well. Get a little bit more freedom now, man. We can hang out. Average Alex. So what makes the underground the next spot for you? Good question.
yeah, let me answer that one.
Yeah, no, yeah. Well, there are some things that probably shouldn't be said in public. Why this becomes the next answer for me, but no. It's exciting, man. It's a chance to run a spot myself, which editor in chief. They're giving me complete editorial control and freedom to do whatever I want, which is awesome. It's a brand that's been in the space forever, man. 1998 it was launched. Like, I remember the early days of the sport. I started doing this in 2006, but before that, I was lurking on message boards, man. I was that fan posting I didn't post that much, to be honest with you. I just read a whole lot. MMA Weekly was actually where I posted more frequently, but lurked the UG as well. And so to be a part of a brand that has like that much history in the sport, and I know that it does, the casual fan has no idea what the underground is, but hopefully we change that, And we got this partnership with Sports Illustrated. It's just the timing was all right, everything was right, and the support that the team there, that Keurig and Chris and Gabe have given me already has been amazing, man. I just can't explain the difference in the support level and the appreciation level. Like, it's just night and day, and it excites me. So a ton of hard work coming up and a lot of stuff going on, but I think we're going to have some fun with it. Cody, I'm going to drop that one. That's so good. That's some nice subtle shade right there. I'm definitely busting that one on Oscar. He just walked away. Right? Tell him right now. He sits on the other side of the room. Okay, just getting back in place, so here we go. Or not. It was a tease. Alex, it is, man. It really is. There we go. There we go. Look who's joined the chat.
Too lazy to switch again.
My man. Even just like now, like right now, like I need to finish getting these photos edited, get everything posted, but like there's just so much less. I don't know. I feel like it's more fun to start, That's actually cold coffee.
That is not a breakfast food, is lost on.
So how crazy is that? They had John Anik pulled to go do, some kind of a fun little hit on the weigh-in show, and because of that, he wasn't here to announce the official weight. I imagine there are going to be some very frustrated production people when they discuss that. And his mic got briefly piped in, so you hear him talking about breakfast food. Oh, you can see how frustrated he is. Yeah, my man Anek's not happy about that. Don't blame him. These things happen. Nothing's perfect, but that was frustrating for him. Mark Phillips. Shawnee, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. Just tried to always stay true to myself, right? I mean, as silly as that sounds. But I think it's paid dividends. Yeah, fellas. You can, well, you know me, I don't have the nice tripod where I can pan and stuff, but the frustration on his face was evident. Yeah, Cody Merrill's big time, man. Give him some love. He's a good friend of mine, and I've always said I know we're gonna work together on a project at some point, man. So nice to see Cody Merrill in here showing some love. We'll do some work together at some point, I know. That's a good question right there, Cody. Fellow says Barbosa 100%. Cody, this feeling like a big fight, man. Dude, the crowd yesterday at the press conference was huge, like way bigger than I've seen in a long time. So, casuals have definitely, the casual fans definitely coming out for this, man. There's it's got that big fight feel for sure. I'm anxious to get there tomorrow. Now, what the fight's gonna look like, I guess we'll see. I mean, I think it could be a lot of defensive wrestling against the cage, right? But people are into it for sure. And I was saying earlier, Cody, dude, I think the hardcores, like most of the people in here, like, Colby, But, dude, he had a lot of people cheering for him. A lot of people cheering for him. Yeah, Cody, I was thinking the same thing. We keep hearing about a June Singapore event, I believe is the date, June. Pay-per-view, actually. But, boy, don't they have, like, strict laws right now when it comes to COVID? So, kind of interested, too. And Cody, I think the only reason that you don't know exactly how mad Anik was is that he didn't have a hat with him to take on and off repeatedly. I love when he does that. You can just see the steam coming out as he positions his hat over and over and over. Mark Fellows, Australia open for business. Yeah, hopefully we'll be out there soon. Been too long, man. Yeah, those flights are a little long, man, but as long as they keep the cocktails flowing, I can dig them, Mark. Yes, that's why it's so dumb. Like, okay, I mean, it's not dumb. Like, it's in a good, but it's so weird because like, okay, well, if it's 9 pounds at light heavyweight, it's canceled. But if you just go, like, that was that one the other week. You're like, well, we'll just say it's heavyweight. That's why it's like the idea behind the rule is good, but like when you think about it that way, but like, hold on, so I can weigh 206 and that dude can weigh 265 and you're good. I know. Oh, dude. Those 50-cent beers are the best, man. Ice cold out on the beach in Rio. Oh, man. And they're like 50 cents for like a liter, bro. Like, they're big. Yeah, I heard the same thing about Singapore, Cody. I mean, I've been to Singapore before, but I mean, as far as the current situation with COVID and stuff, like, let's see. Nah, Mark, that was actually Amy Kaplan. That was Amy Kaplan. Heidi's over there, though. She's working. Simon Head, my man. Looking forward to you being out here in the summertime, man. We'll have a good time for International Fight Week. Be good to see you, and I know Abby's planning on coming over too, man. So anxious to see you boys. Good explanation there, Shawnee. Good explanation. I'll let her know. Amy, the chat says that if Heidi ever decides to leave her job, that you can take over and give the thank you, baby.
Oh, why me? Really? Well, I guess because I'm your only other girl.
I guess so.
Tell you two. Thank you. I accept.
All right. She accepts your nomination. So what I'm talking about, look at the kind of MMA royalty we got over here. We got Cody Mara jumping in. We got Simon Head, the Simon Head, as Mark Fellow says, host of the Brit Pack. Come on, man. That's what we get over here. We get the hardcores, baby. We get the MMA royalty. I mean, we're kind of making history here, right? I mean, 24 years into the existence of the UG, we got our first weigh-in stream.
Wonder how long I have to leave that subscribe on.
Forever. I'll subscribe back, so it's more of a, kind of a collaboration. Just to show the world that there's no hard feelings. We're all in the same game, you know?
Oh yeah. That's just way too. 295 is just absolutely crazy. And these rolls in like just like then just a lot of them get disrespect. He says it, he does it every time. I've never heard him say here we go.
Cole Kenny Norton. All right, here we go. Looks like the last one.
All right, next fighter to this scale, competing live on pay-per-view for the 3rd time in the UFC's heavyweight division, the Prince of War, Greg Hardy. $266, the official weight for Greg Hardy. All right, that is it for the official weigh, and see y'all later today for the ceremonials.
All right, not gonna lie, I didn't think he was gonna make it there for a second, but he did. Man, everybody that jumped on this morning, like I said, kind of a test stream. I guess we'll be good to go next week. I think I've got the process down. We'll actually advertise. Maybe we'll get a few more people over here. But man, thank you everybody that jumped in here today. Obviously, this has been a crazy week, but the amount of support that, man, you guys have shown, friends, fans, man, it's greatly appreciated. And yeah, man, it means the world. Thank you very much. See you for ceremonials, and if you guys want to watch Fight Pass tonight, Tough Enough will be having their first ever show on Fight Pass, and I'll be on the call there. So all the job market you need. Thanks, guys. We'll talk soon.